Okay, let's hear the in defense of Bwipo from LS.
Wait, what is it? Hold on.
Bwipo post? Or, I mean, I guess it's not really the Bwipo post. It's just something he said in an interview. He was flaming us, which is just like, I mean, it's just how Bwipo is. Like, I don't know if you guys know how Bwipo is, but essentially the way I see Bwipo is that he is just like, what's the nicest way to say this so I don't get canceled? Hold on, give me a sec. Let me find the post as we go. He's just a bit of a liar and a narcissist. That's what I would say. Boom. That's like...
What?
That's a nice way of saying it, okay? So essentially, he was flaming us. He's essentially just flaming me. So he said that, how can I even focus? The enemy team celebrates winning a scrim day against us 5-0. Are you serious? What is this league, bro? Like, are you guys even trying? How can you even focus when you're celebrating a 5-0 scrim day? So essentially what happened was I went to visit the team, as you guys know, a couple weeks ago. So 2 weeks ago, I was with the team. When I was there, we set aside a day to just have one team dinner, which was the only thing that we did, like, for fun the whole time I was there. It was all just training, morning workouts, reviews. We were doing 5-game blocks plus night blocks on most days. And on top of that, everyone was just grinding solo queue. Like, right now, everyone's top 40 in solo queue. So we're just, like, working the entire time. So we went on one team dinner when I was there. And what else did he say? He said, I don't even get Korean barbecue when we 3-0. So he's saying that we like beat them, and because we beat them, we had some like celebration. Like, we care so much about scrims, we had a celebration, and we had Korean barbecue as about a couple hours ago.
You can play 100 scrims. You never thought about Wait, what?
Yeah, I mean, I guess it is what it is. We're talking about this interview with NA that just came out a couple hours ago. I don't know if it's like meant.
I think that in scrims, we are not here to waste our time, and we're not here to play games so that other teams can feel better. For example, C9 5-0 us in scrims and goes to get Korean fucking barbecue. Like, hello? Can you not, like, hear that in Bwipo's voice? Like, I'll give you an example. C9 5-0 us in scrims and goes to get Korean barbecue.
Yeah, and I just think he's an asshole. Like, I literally have his voice in my head, and I just think it's just, like, cringe. It's cringe as I hate having his voice in my head when I read shit like this.
Fucking barbecue, like, hello? Like
yeah,
hello?
I can hear it exactly in his voice.
You can literally see his facial expressions if you fucking watch Bwipo for, like, it all.
But the thing is, he means it, right? We're not going to pretend that he doesn't mean what he's saying here.
All, like, over the years. You can literally see the confusion, like, in the text, if you know Bwipo, right? If you don't know Bwipo, sure.
Yeah.
But Dom says in this clip that Bwipo is flaming him, but Dom's not even fucking mentioned. How can I even focus?
The context is obviously that the only reason the team doesn't go on dinners, the only reason the team went on one dinner is because I was there. That was literally the only reason.
The enemy team celebrates winning a scrim against us 5-0. Are you serious? What is this league, bro? Like, are you guys even trying? How can you even focus when you're celebrating? Okay, so Bwipo does go on a little bit of a tangent, sure, but that's typical Bwipo fashion.
Which is like bad, like that. I don't understand why, like, this is just like, oh, but that's just Bwipo. Bro, why does that have to be something accepted? Like, why do I have to just sit here and pretend like, oh, well, that's just Bwipo. Yeah, Bwipo is just like, he just does this, but like, because he normally does this, then like, I'm not allowed to like be upset by it or like think it's fucking weird or flame him or like, you know, like, I don't understand. It's like, okay, yeah, it's just me. It's just me. Hey, I just flame people, so I can just flame people all the fucking time then, right?
We don't even get Korean barbecue for 3-0ing a team on stage. He doesn't even say C9. He says 3-0ing a team.
Well, because he's never 3-0'd us on stage.
On stage. So wait, Dom said that Bwipo flamed him. No, he didn't. He made a comment about C9.
He did. Indirectly, but yes.
But also, he's saying that Bwipo's lying, but how can Bwipo know that Dom's there?
How could he know?
Also, I don't even...
Because it was literally just public information. And like, also, it's because the only reason he knew we went to get Korean barbecue is because Sven is friends with Mithy, so they talk like pretty frequently. Mithy is their coach, and that was the context of what was said. Like, maybe it was lost in translation, but the fact that like he turned this, there was no way that Mithy, in my mind, okay, maybe this is true. Maybe Mithy is just like a horrible friend, and he intentionally lied to Bwipo. Maybe it was like some coaching motivation tactic where it's like, I'm gonna lie to you and say, oh man, bro, they 5-0'd us in scrims yesterday, and then they went to get Korean barbecue to celebrate. What are you gonna do about that, Bwipo? Like, but bro, if you like, hey bro, all the information was out there. By the time this interview released, Sven mentioned it publicly on a podcast. I mentioned it multiple times publicly. So if at that point you're ignoring all that and then you're just like going public to just flame us and just say something that is just simply untrue, like then that's on you. You know, maybe in that case you didn't lie, but then you're a fucking moron for what you ended up doing here to try to like throw shade at another team that you're competing against. That's what I see.
And I honestly, I don't even know what this is about. Did C9 like tweet that they went 5-0 in scrims?
No, that's the thing. We didn't brag about it. Like it's so fucking weird. No one talked about us 5-0ing FlyQuest in a scrim block. No one cares about it. Like there's this weird idea from FlyQuest that we really care about scrims. Like we care about scrims more than stage or something, which doesn't make any sense because we do a lot better in scrims than on stage. So when we 5-0 them on scrims, like in scrims, and then we lose on stage, it's like they try to like twist this into like, that's what you get. That's what you get for 5-0ing us in scrims, dumbasses. Like didn't work on any of your problems. Like they try to like do this random twisting bullshit, but it's like, bro, we're just like playing worse on stage. Like we're trying to, like, obviously we wish we were losing scrims and then winning on stage. We would trade that any day. That's what happened in spring. We were losing scrims to FlyQuest all the time, and we were winning on stage. Like not versus them, but we're winning. We're like doing a lot better in the league, if you know what I mean. So we would obviously want that to be different. Like, but it's just so strange to try to twist it to be like as like, it's like so like the thinking is so fucking weird. It's just so weird, man. It's just so strange because the way I see it is like, I think all the players on C9 are like really nice people. Like none of them are like condescending in interviews. They don't talk shit about other like teams. No one does that on the whole team. So it's like trying to like pour all this hate onto the players is fucking weird. Like Loki's one of the nicest people you'll ever meet. You know, like they don't say anything bad about FlyQuest publicly. They never shit talk FlyQuest publicly. And all these players have had periods where they were stomping Bwipo's teams when Bwipo was on teams that weren't good. Like all these players were fucking winning LCS when Bwipo was on that failed Team Liquid roster, which was the greatest super team of all time. And they were never like punching down and saying, oh, well, it's because, yeah, I mean, this Bwipo guy came here and like he just doesn't take the league seriously. And like he's like, it's so pathetic. Like, how can I focus when like people like Bwipo come into our league? He's on a super team. He's got Han Summit. He carried Bjergsen mid, Core JJ good support, and like he still can't win with this roster. Like if you can't win with this roster, then what are you doing? Like you can do this for anyone, you know? Like you can do this for anyone, but it's just so strange for Bwipo to just do this all the time to like random people around him. Like when like it's also just generally classless when you're winning to just completely flame everyone else. You know, like most teams do not do this. You never see Genji do this within Korea. You never see BL. Like Bin will like talk confidently about his own team and say, oh, we're gonna beat this team before the matches and stuff like that. He'll say that, but he'll never like, and like sometimes like he'll be a sore loser, but even in his case, he's not like winning and then afterwards flaming. Like normally when you win, you do the opposite. When he beat 369, he's like sending 369 a message afterwards like, oh, like you're really good, bro. Like I think we're doing really well together. Keep on working hard. Like that's what you're supposed to do. That's at least what it's like. That's what most people consider to be the classy thing.
If that's the fucking case, how can Bwipo know under what circumstances they're going to the team dinner?
So then why is he saying this? Okay, so if he can't know, then why would he say this? That's my point. So maybe he's not a liar. Maybe he's just a dumbass, right? My experience is like I think that he's dishonest, right? Like maybe liar's the wrong word. I'll say he's heavily dishonest. I could backtrack from liar to heavily dishonest. But it's still fucking strange to say this shit. Like, I mean, other people think it's strange. They asked FBI about it yesterday, and FBI was like, yeah, that's fucking really like weird. And that's just Bwipo being Bwipo.
Someone's not a liar if they're not privy to information, right?
I mean, the thing is, it's not like he wasn't privy to information and he said something and admitted something. He created a narrative that does not exist to try to make other people look bad and put other people down. That's what he did.
If the only thing that you're told or shown is that this happened and you don't have anything else to go off of, you're not a fucking liar. You would have to know the reason that they're going out to the team dinner is because Dom is there and then making the claim otherwise. That would make you a liar.
Yeah, which is what I assume happened. Like, I'm assuming that, right? Which could be a bad assumption on my end. But, like, from the context, I mean, it was like, not only did I say publicly that I was going, like, multiple times, and Sven said it in a C9 podcast, and he was probably told by Mithy, who, like, they have connections, like, there's connections with the team. It's not like everyone on Cloud9 hates everyone on FlyQuest. It's just, like, certain players on C9 just find Bwipo annoying for doing stuff like this. I mean, from what I've heard, people within Bwipo teams normally like find him annoying. So, I mean, it just is what it is.
Also, the fucking narcissistic, Jesus Christ, what, like,
is he not narcissistic? Is he not? Okay, what is the definition of narcissism? What does being a narcissist mean? Let's see if any of these characteristics could describe Bwipo. Grandiosity, an inflated sense of self-importance and belief that they are superior to others. Okay. Excessive need for admiration, a craving for constant attention and praise from others to validate their self-worth. Okay. Lack of empathy, a significant difficulty in understanding or caring about the feelings, needs, or perspectives of others. Okay. Entitlement, a sense of being uniquely deserving of special treatment and favorable consideration. Arrogance and selfishness, a focus on oneself and a disregard for the needs of others. Okay. Sensitivity to criticism, a tendency to react poorly with anger or coldness to any perceived criticism or disagreement. And the last one is exploitative behavior, a pattern of taking advantage of others to achieve their own goals. Now, I'm not saying he qualifies every single one of those, but there's like 5 of them that I think are very arguable based on the way he portrays himself.
Dude, like, words like that shouldn't actually be used unless you're genuinely f***ing serious, which I don't know if Dom is. I think that you would have to be really dishonest to say that.
I am. I actually think he's a narcissist. Like, I'm not even being dishonest. I actually just think he's a narcissist.
Bwipo is narcissistic. Bwipo clearly has anxiety issues, and he clearly has other mental health issues, right? And
I don't know that, to be honest. Like, to me, it's not like, I don't know where the line is where it's like, what is him and what is like being controlled specifically by mental illness. It's very hard for me to know that type of stuff. But I know people with mental illnesses that do not behave like this and are not so outwardly destructive towards like others, you know? Like, I just don't view that as a blanket excuse.
Rather than, make it, I mean, I guess Dom likes Bwipo when he's able to make content off of Bwipo.
No.
Being manic at Worlds.
I mean, was he manic at Worlds? I mean, he was just flaming everyone at Worlds. Like, I don't know if he was manic at Worlds.
But Bwipo was literally manic at Worlds, and everyone's making fucking content out of it. Everyone's fucking riding the Bwipo content train and stuff. And I'm
bro, because he's literally streaming. Like, he's manic and he's streaming. And like, okay, if he's manic and he's so out of control that he is like going off for hours and hours on end, multiple days in a row, why is nobody around him telling him to stop streaming earlier or like taking care of him in that regard? Like, at some point, if you're just putting out a bunch of like destructive, like weird content out into the world, you can't then just backpedal and be like, oh, I was manic, so yeah, I don't actually mean any of it. Like, it's just such a pass. Like, he just gives him such a fucking pass.
Literally sitting there and
it's like such a ridiculous pass to give somebody to act however they want because of a mental illness. And it's like, I'm somebody who has anxiety run in my family. Like, my first video on YouTube is about how I have severe panic disorder, and it's something that I never use as an excuse. Most people don't even know that I have panic disorder. I don't fucking bring it up. I don't use it as an excuse for my behavior. Sometimes it does affect the way I act, but like, I think like, whenever you have something about you like this, I feel like you have to take some responsibility with how you feel and how you act to try to limit that effect onto others. That's what I think. Like, I think that you have a responsibility. Hey, you don't deserve to having a mental, like, no one deserves to have a mental illness. Like, it can suck to deal with, but you should try to limit the way that it negatively affects others when you can. That's how I think it should be. I just don't care. Like, if he's going to go out into the world and consistently be destructive, and it's going to affect people around him and just like random teams and random players, and he's using his stream to like put down Jackies for like 3 hours straight, or using it to put down Dokla, like, I'm allowed to criticize that.
Is like, FlyQuest has to be really careful because I'm on FlyQuest, Bwipo's on FlyQuest, and then FlyQuest is a company and stuff, and then I'm trying to like bridge FlyQuest to Bwipo's doctor, and I'm like, he's gonna fucking kill himself. You guys have one bad
it's just like
day on stage or like something like this, something really bad is gonna happen. And so there's like a lot of behind the scenes stuff. So we know that.
So like, if I say that like, oh, Bwipo's comments, like they affected me so negatively that like I'm gonna kill myself, then what? You know, like, it's just like,
he has mania.
It's a defense that like I'm just not going to entertain saying this type of stuff.
We know that he has anxiety. We know that
I'm not somehow responsible. Okay, if Bwipo goes out and he is creating destructive content towards other people, and then you defend yourself or you respond in a proportionate way, and then something happens to him, you're just responsible now.
He has ADHD.
Like, I don't know. Like I'm supposed to feel like bad now. Like I'm supposed to be guilty now because I responded to him being heavily dishonest about us having a team dinner when obviously the team was going through, like, it's very obvious that Cloud9 was going through a rough patch, had multiple bad stage series in a row, obviously ended up losing to 100 Thieves. And it's like, he's allowed to just say whatever. But if I say anything else, it's like, I'm just the fucking bad guy. Like, I just have to be like, I have to now feel guilty that I even responded. I just find this really disgusting.
Other types of things. And the way that his anxiety manifests is that he rambles and talks a lot. And he does these other things because he gets nervous that
Yep, I have that too.
He's going to be misunderstood. And that's why Bwipo talks a lot.
Okay, but it's not like he's talking a lot and it's just not like affecting anything, or he's just rambling, or he's saying other things. It's like he is going hard on other people
and all these other things. When you start using words like narcissism or like narcissist, you start sounding like those fucking Twitter idiots that diagnose people based on like really short things. Now, Dom is not a Twitter person, and then also Dom has.
I am an idiot, but I'm not a Twitter person.
Way more interactions with Bwipo, and he probably has some things that he doesn't like Bwipo for, like there was the incident with me, Bwipo, T1, Dom.
Yep.
Thor.
That is something that made me not like him. I mean, he literally, like, if we want to talk about like feeling like killing ourselves and stuff like that, do you know how many death threats I got when Bwipo threw me under the bus during Crackdown? When he went out publicly and said that he didn't condone what was going on, like, do you understand the degree of hate I got? There's a reason why I've had this issue for years with T1. It's not only that happened. The other part of it that I've never mentioned this publicly, but during the T1 situation, they were communicating to me to like try to take down the video because it was making a lot of people upset. And I should not have taken down the video, but because of like all the hate I was getting, I was like, I will take down the video. And there was mention of me getting paid, like, hey, we'll pay you to take down the video. We'll pay you what the video would have earned, so you're not losing money by taking down the video. And then they just never did. You know, like, that just never happened. They never paid me to take down the video. So it was just like, yeah, it was just a situation. And I mean, that is something that definitely changes how you view a person, right? Like, I think that is completely normal, completely defensible. If somebody throws me under the bus publicly and I get insane amounts of hate for it, that's going to make you not like the guy to some degree. And I've given him second chances. I've given him multiple chances. Like, I had him on co-streams. Like, I had him on co-streams. He was completely insufferable when I had him on co-streams. Like, it was unwatchable. You can go back and you can watch the content. It's like, I don't know. I was like, okay, maybe he is nervous. Like, that was something where it's like, okay, maybe he is nervous, or maybe it's like he just doesn't understand the social dynamics of like letting other people talk and stuff. It's fine. I try to move on. Done shows with it. Like, I feel like I've given Bwipo enough chances to now just be like, I'm just allowed to fucking not like the guy, bro. Like, I'm really just allowed to not like the guy with how he's been and like how he's treated other people. Like, I didn't like the what he's saying is Bwipo, like, Bwipo's just being manic and it's a blanket defense. Maybe he's manic, but I don't know if being manic, I mean, I can't say, but I don't know if being manic means that you need to go flame other people for like hours on stream, multiple days in a row, for like long periods of time in really over exaggerated ways. And it's like, some people say, oh, I flame people like on stream. But like, I think that there's a difference between the way and like the spirit behind the way he was like trying to do that type of stuff. You know, specifically to like Jackie's and Vladi and these types of people, right? They're like going like just the beginning interview, the first interview this year with like for Shopify, where he's just like, it's their first series as a team. Maybe they made some mistakes in draft. The way that he like brought it to an absolute 10 of like just flaming the like they're just such unserious. It's like, bro, these like they just started as a team. You guys are the best team in LCS. They just started as a team. You beat them in like one best of 3 at the beginning of the year. I just like, I see all this pattern of behavior, and it's like there's just a lot of like, I didn't like how he undermined Yamato back in the day. Like, I don't know if you guys remember the Fnatic at Worlds in like 2021. You know, the team is like working every single day to try to fix situations, and then the second week of Worlds, that's when it used to be like week 1 you play 3 games, and then week 2 you play 3 games. Week 2 they had a much better performance, and like, he gave the credit not to the coaching staff, not to the other people that were working there. He said, oh, it's my girlfriend. Like, she told us to like, I forget if it was like play ARAMs or told us to like have more fun. And then we ended up having more fun. So she like fixed the team. Like, there was that whole thing. It's just like, there's a lot of stuff that I just don't like, I just think is like, yeah, I just don't like that. It's like, Yamato's my boy. Like, I think as the head coach, he probably deserves some degree of credit for like being able to maintain that team.
And etc. years ago, right? Probably doesn't like Bwipo for that. I don't even know, man. It's just weird. Just a weird thing. Because Dom is also intelligent enough to know that he's not fucking lying. It's just Dom is... Did that clip happen in the middle of the C9 series? Maybe that's it. Maybe Dom's just sensitive because C9's losing, and that's fine.
Yeah, true.
I'm not gonna fault him for it.
Yeah, it's so
I
condescending.
think Dom 2 weeks from now, if reviewing the same exact circumstances, would receive and react differently to that, because you'd be able to pause and be like, well, he just doesn't know. He just doesn't know the reason that they went out to dinner.
Which would be like fine if he just said C9 went out to dinner one day after 5-0ing us. But the fact that like if he said that, and like obviously there would be a negative connotation to that, and then maybe you could jump in front of it and be like, hey, by the way, like that was just because of this. That would be different than what Bwipo did. Correct? Like we all agree with this. It's way different to say, oh, they're just unserious. They just don't care. Like I don't even treat myself like that. When I 3-0 a team on stage, I don't even treat myself like, bro, they didn't go to team dinners when they 3-0 TL and Shopify in spring either, right? Like they just did it because we've been working together for fucking 9 months. That was the first time where a couple of the players were meeting me. I think I've met Vulcan like one time before at like a party, but it's like I've been talking to these guys every single fucking day. And it's like, yeah, you see somebody who you've been working with the entire year, just take one dinner and it's okay, you know? So like at best, he made like a bunch of really random assumptions, especially like, has Bwipo worked with any? I guess he hasn't worked with any of the players on the team, right? I guess he's never worked with any of the players, but he should know that like these players care a lot. Like he should, from competing against them and being beat by these players before, like there was a while where these players, where he was up until the last 2 years where Bwipo joined FlyQuest, like C9 was running the league for a long period of that time. Like he should not randomly assume that those players just don't care at all and they're just like partying after winning a scrim set. Like it just doesn't track. Like it just doesn't really make sense. So I can't even defend the viewpoint then. It is what it is.